Welcome, listeners, to the 57th episode of Tempest Gaming Community. We're happy to have you join us. I am your host, Scrivean, joined by my co-host, Harper.
Hey, guys.
And the Guild War 2 Guild Leader, Diemos.
Hey.
And it's an abrupt music cutoff. So how was you guys this week? Or weeks, I should say. Due to my schedule, I kind of screwed up the entire broadcasting thing, but...
no worries.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Being Mr. Mom ain't easy.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm sure.
So how are your last couple of weeks of gaming?
Well, I have a fourth level 90.
An extra night on Mondays?
I have a fourth level 90 now. My priest hit 90, and I'm enjoying her. This is in WoW, of course. And I'm enjoying her. I hit 39 on my cleric in Neverwinter. Mainly just by praying and crafting. Because I haven't really gotten much game time in there. And just been doing a lot of stuff with Tempest itself. And then also we started recruiting with Wildstar, but we'll talk about that. So I've been busy and good.
Nice. How about you, Diemos? Besides making awesome PvP videos.
That's right. He's a man.
It is playing. It's playing right below me.
Yeah, see that? That's really good. That's the my death right there. Yeah, lots of Guild Wars and just crazy activeness in there and recruiting again, trying to, and yeah. I've been playing a little bit. I found this awesome game called Need for Speed World. And
I like the Need for Speed games. They're so fun.
Yeah, but this is Need for Speed World. It's a free-to-play, and actually EA hasn't messed this up at all. It's free-to-play,
Wow.
And it's basically Need for Speed in a persistent world, and you can do everything. It's awesome, and you get money for doing everything, and you buy cars, parts, everything. So I've been playing that a little bit. I made a little video that I'm rendering right now to kind of show off this insane chase that I was doing.
I'm gonna have to go do that. I love the Needs. I used to play with my son all the time.
Hell yeah!
And we had a blast either especially playing as the police or running from the police, and all the jumps.
Oh yeah,
and
this is crazy, man. It's
so much fun.
It's good fun.
It's persistent world, so we could actually run into each other. Is it a single server?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I believe
Oh,
so.
wow.
Yep. You can invite people to groups and everything. So
It looks like you have a special guest, You have somebody that climbed up the stairs and stuck their little head up.
I got well, for me, I did get some gaming in the last couple. Kind of not as much as I want. Of course, no one else ever gets as much as we really want to. I got into Marvel Hero. I did get my Hulk up to 18, but I am behind most of the other. Freaking Godmocker started a week and a half later than me, and he's 4 levels ahead of me already. So, yeah, I did that. I've done a little bit of Neverwinter. Played some Rift. I did play some Rift. And,
Oh, nice. How's that going these days?
I still want to bang my head on a wall, but
Still grindy as hell?
it is, but Ro, I was talking to Ro, and she was telling me that I need to do these group hunts, and so I just haven't had time to log in and get into a group hunt.
Is that like the instant adventures? It's just a queue when you do it?
I don't know if it's instant adventures. I have no idea what it is. All I know is it's GHUNT. I looked it up. It's group hunt, and they say you should do them, and you see people spamming, looking for group hunt, looking for 7 more. It's a 20-man. I'm like, okay, I guess that's what you do. If it'll help me level faster, I guess I'll do it. Unless it's repetitively boring, which I'm sure it is. So I think everyone says, well, you don't want it to be like I was reading the forums and it's like, you don't want it to be like every other MMO where it's so easy to level. I'm like, well, yeah, but I don't want it to suck either, and it sucks. and you all say it sucks too, but we have to pay our dues to do it. That's a stupid attitude. Well, I did it, and it wasn't that bad. Well, okay, great. Well, you like sucky leveling, I guess. I don't know. But it sucks. Leveling sucks from 50 to 60 in Rift. It just does.
They could do it like WoW and overclock it.
I think they just did a piss poor job, because I remember, we did the 1 to 50. A couple of us did it more than once, and I don't remember it being that bad. I don't remember it being grindy. It wasn't grindy.
Not at all.
It was... maybe we stopped reading the quest text, but there was like quest to quest to quest, hub to hub to hub to hub to hub to hub, and but now there's like, no, you go out and kill something and hope you get a Carnage quest, and Carnage quests suck because it is the classic kill 10 rats, and it is. and you got like 5 different things you can kill 10 of, or 20 of, I guess. It sucks, but I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah,
I think
played
it
a
would be
little bit a while
easier
back.
if
Just
you
because
had,
I think a group.
yeah, if we have more people playing,
Yeah.
trying to do that, it wouldn't be so cumbersome. But yeah, I tried to get in there and play, and I was like, no, I can't do this.
An-
This isn't the same Rift. It just didn't feel the same to
Another,
me.
Yeah. Oh, another fun game that November Godmaker's buddy comes and joins
Aw.
us on TeamSpeak every once in a while. He jumped in and he was talking about a game he's been playing a little bit, and so I downloaded that too, and it's a free to play. War Thunder. It's
I've
pretty
heard
fun.
of that. I don't know where I've heard that
It's
from.
flying. It's airplanes.
Oh, you
flying.
did.
Oh,
You mentioned it.
cool.
That's right. You
It
were talking
is,
about that
and
the other
it's
night.
free to play. It's a blast. Well, it starts as I think I'm flying a I think I'm flying a biplane is what you start with, the lowest level biplanes, and it's the same thing. You fly missions, you bomb stuff, you PV. It's open. Obviously, you're fighting against other players, and you basically you load up. You're on. It's kind of like it has the feel to me as what I saw in World of Tanks, Mech Warrior, those kinds of things. Basically, it is massive. There are multiple players, but you're not really. I guess you can form squadrons, groups, or clans, or whatever the hell. I think you can. Maybe you can't. I think it's still in beta. It's launching soon, but it's open and free. All you do is register and get it. War Thunder.
What is it,
But-
first person or third person?
No, you're in the either or. I think you can toggle.
Because I couldn't
And-
stand first person, but third person would be tight.
No, I fly it in third person. I fly
Sweet.
third person.
Sweet.
And I set the controllers up so I can actually use my thumbstick on my Logitech. You can do keyboard controls, or you can actually, if you've got like a joystick or an Xbox controller kind of thing, you can program the keys in so that you can fly it that way. Really, I mean, it's not bad. I went through the tutorial. It's pretty fun. So that one I think is going to be, I'll put a little bit of time into that just because it's like cool. You just hop in. And I think as you earn money, basically you get the bigger and better aircraft until you're up into like the jets.
Can
So
you
you can go in-
customize them? Like, part
think-
out?
I think so. Yeah, in the garage. I think I haven't. I mean, I've only flew the tutorial and stuff, and I'm in the garage. And I think you can pay money for other stuff like XP boosts or whatever, but that's okay. What you don't have to. But you, you can customize your plane to whatever it looks like, and then you can also increase the plane so you can be. I mean, you could go into a fight, into a battle. I think Mocker said he went into a fight. November talked him into going there, and those guys are all flying F4 Phantoms or those kinds of things, and Mocker's tooling around guarding the airbase in his biplane.
Oh, neat.
Because that's what he's got, and
Cool.
you got to work your way up, earn money so you can buy the better jet. But the way that
Right.
the game's designed is you can't fly your jet all the time. Well, you can if you want to put money into the game. You can pay for your repairs with cash, I think, because you get damage, and so you have to pay for the repairs. Or if
Right.
you let the plane sit in your garage, it repairs over time, so
Oh.
you don't have to
Kinda neat.
pay.
Offline?
Yeah, offline
Cool.
as well.
Cool.
So what you can do is November says as you buy planes, you buy more and more planes, with the money you earn in game, so you don't have to spend anything, and you may go back and fly your Japanese Zero for a little bit, and then because you're letting your other plane rest. And he goes, as long as you understand that mechanic, you won't spend that much money. He goes, but he says there are people complaining in the forums all the time. Oh, this sucks. It's so much money to do this, and I try to fly my F-15 and blah blah blah. And it costs so much money. It's like, yeah, it's a high performance jet, and you're trying to keep it going, and you're complaining. And the people who are veterans who understand the system are like, just put it in the garage for like 4 hours, and it'll be fully repaired. You go fly something else. No, I have to fly this. This is my plane. Whatever. So I played a little bit of that, and I'll probably jump into that. So that was pretty cool. So we have a new format this week. We're trying it out, so we'll get some feedback from everyone. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We've broken. Now I wouldn't say redesigning. We're shuffling Tempest in its focus the way that we do. Not really its focus, but the kind of way we've organized. The officers all know about this because we're kind of shuffling officer duties and responsibilities and kind of defining what everyone's
Yes.
doing. So our games are now going to fall into one of 4 categories. Right? You have major games, which are like Guild Wars 2 is the only major game. Has 25 or more consistent online players at a time, planned events, active leadership team, guild leader involved, engaged, and there's no officer who's assigned to oversee them. Their guild leader is a leader. I mean, so like Diemos is the Guild Wars 2 leader, so that's the only major game we have. We've got minor games, which are like right now World of Warcraft, Neverwinter, and I'm even going to classify Marvel Heroes because of the number of people we have in there. they have guilds, or they will. Marvel Heroes will when it's re-enabled again. They have guilds. They're about 10-ish people. It's casual, but it also has the ability, you can stay casual, stay minor, have 10-ish or so people accomplish stuff. There's some guild events, but it's not as much of a stress for the guild leader to do that. But it gives the opportunity for a new guild leader, to get their feet wet, right? They can run a small guild, nice and easy, all friendly Tempest folks. You don't have to recruit if you don't want to. You can. I know we're going to recruit in Neverwinter. And kind of run a minor, small level guild there with the full support of Tempest behind you. And if you want to go major, then boom, we're there. The leadership team is there to back you up, help you get the charter written, and help build up and get a full-on recruiting going to get the game, to get it built up as like you want. Then we're going to have we have a program which is we're just now announcing. There'll be something written up this week called Ambassador Games, and that's basically every other game we play. I will put a call out for volunteers. I'm going to make a list of all the games I think we have at least 1 or 2 people playing. And what people will be able to do is just volunteer to be an ambassador, a TGC ambassador in that game. You'll get a title on the forums saying that you're a game ambassador. And all we really want you to do is, you don't have to do active recruiting. We do want to have a post up about TGC in your game, in the forums there, saying, hey, we're the Tempest Gaming Community. We'll help you. I think, Harper, you're going to be the ambassador officer, right?
Yes.
And so Harper will help you make sure they're all pretty much going to be worded the same across all the different games, except maybe tuned for the game they're in. And as an ambassador, all you're going to do is play the game. That was it. And if you can get, like Star Trek, if I can get 4 more people to join me or whatever it takes to get a fleet, then we'll start a Tempest GC fleet, and then basically just play the game and wear your tag. That's it. If you meet cool people you have fun with or you consistently play with, then you talk about Tempest and maybe bring them in. You're basically an ambassador from TGC into those games. No stress, no full-on recruiting. Kind of watch the thread, the Tempest info thread, maybe once a week, bump it up, or once every other week, bump it up. It doesn't have to stay on the front page, but as long as it's like refreshed every once in a while to get up there, is kind of what we're looking at. And then we're going to have our alpha beta games, and those are games that all alpha beta games are mostly ones we're looking at would be the potential to be major, could be minor, or they could be casual, but they're heavy hitting games that are coming out right now. Looking at Wildstar, Final Fantasy, the Repopulation, those kinds of games where we're unsure as to exactly how. Elder Scrolls. Well, Elder Scrolls isn't an MMO.
It
they
is.
Announced that, no, they announced the company came out and said we're not really an MMO. We're more of a cooperative.
Yeah, they're
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, it's an MMO, whether they say it or not. But yeah,
I don't know. I think if the company comes out and says it, because Defiance, Tryon came out and changed Defiance from an MMO to a persistent shooter, smartly, because it's
that's true.
And so I'm betting Elder Scrolls is probably looking at that going, we will get lambasted by the MMO community if we come out. We don't have all these functions that they don't want to put in for MMOs. So, but yeah, I mean, it'll be listed in there too, because it'll be one of the games we probably have people in. So, and that's it. And so we've kind of broken the news up into that same kind of thing too.
Yeah.
What was that? Did I miss something? TGC wants you.
Yeah.
We got to get that poster. I need a graphic artist.
Yeah. We can get Zidane to do it. He was really good with the logo today. Those were nice. I like those.
Yeah. I just got to get the right, the only thing I'm thinking of now is I want that, because what everyone's, if you don't know, we have, I had put a post up in the Marvel Heroes thread. What I like to do is when I create a wiki page now, is I kind of like to put a logo up for that specific game. We don't have one for Guild Wars 2 either, but by the way,
no, we don't?
a guild logo would be a guild logo thing, so we can work on that too. I have one up for Neverwinter. It's kind of so the one for Rift. I mean, all of them are kind of just something we threw up. It's on the wiki page only. You don't have to do anything. But if we come up with really cool ones, which is what I want to do,
it could
for
be what's
Marvel
on
Heroes,
the cloak. Like what's on your cloak. I think that would be kind of cool.
in Guild Wars.
Well, in any of the games, because or like your tabard, like in World of Warcraft, you have your tabard.
Yeah, I mean, if we can do that, that's fine too, as long as we can get the lightning T. I want that T lightning, the community logo somewhere in the logo.
We have that little hurricane emblem in Guild Wars.
And Terra too.
Yeah.
Terra had that as well.
So we'll come up with something as we do it. Thanks. And so I had asked Zidane to do that. And then the only thing we're looking at now is I want to make sure I like the logo. It looks good. I want to see the colorization. I want it to have that Marvel Comics feel is kind of what we're looking at. So that's kind of where we're going with that right now. But thanks to Zidane. Awesome. Awesome job. So we're going to go ahead, and now we actually have bumpers for every single section. We start with major games. And we'll start with Guild Wars 2.
Awesome. So the news for Guild Wars 2 this week was that Colin Johannesson stated on the forums that based off of feedback, they will be we'll be seeing a greater degree of permanent content built into the future Living World releases compared to what we're getting right now with the temporary stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's cool.
yeah, it says that seen before, and it's man, I'm totally lost. Okay, so the content should return. Some things should return, but have like an updated version of it with the Super Adventure World, holiday festivals, of course, stuff like that, and sometimes in a new form entirely. Tomorrow is the first day of the Dragon Bash Festival, and they're going to be having all kinds of stuff included. But as the month goes on,
pretty good trailer for that too. I watched.
Oh yeah,
the trailer for it was pretty
very good, very good. Yeah, they what they've done to Lion's Arch and the Mist and just overall the world has been insane. I watched a preview video today of dude running around in Lion's Arch, and it's very awesome looking. But yeah, so
I'll have to
with the
log in and check it out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's it'll be cool. The some of the events that they're gonna have is like some of the little mini games is Dragon Ball and MOA racing, and so like from what I read about MOA racing, it's not what I thought it was gonna be. It's basically you gamble, you put in so many silver, it sounds like.
Oh, nice.
And you pick a MOA, and it's RNG or whatever. If it wins, it wins. So and you'll get a voucher and stuff for that. And I think that's where you'll get the little mini pet for that too. It's a little racer nice. With a helm. Anyway, Dragon Ball sounds amazing. I actually watched a video of it today. It's basically like a Unreal Tournament version of Dodgeball. It's pretty crazy.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have a lot of fun in there.
Gonna be a lot of people crying.
Yeah. Participation in the event will earn you the Horns of the Dragon helm skins. Again, these are tied with all the achievements for just doing activities in the event, and they've said that you'll be able to get skins for all the different armor proficiencies, so it's all on your account. Nice. Supposedly. Yeah. You'll get the holographic dragon wing back skins, and there's two different ones: the Shatterer ones, which have basically ripped apart wings, and then just regular dragon wings, and those look really cool. They look a little goofy on a char, but everything else is fine.
All bent over.
Yeah, and they're so small on it. But and then lastly, they have the Dragon Jade weapon skins that look awesome. But I've kind of been turned off by the skins because the skins look awesome, but every time they have a skin release, it's usually tied with those stupid boxes, and I'm never good at RNG, so if I even get a box, I'll never get the skin out of the box because it's random that you get a box, and then it's random that you would get a skin out of the box. So, yeah, I just wish that they would let you buy it outright. I mean, I would definitely be doing it.
That's what Terra does.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
they're like,
exactly.
And we have our new
EQ2
dark weapons pack.
Allows you to do that too. You can buy any of the wings, any of the mounts, any of that stuff. You can rent them, or you can buy them permanently.
They ought to just put it on. Well, I guess they can't do it because it would defeat the purpose. After the event, just throw it up there, throw it on the vendors.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's NC
People
Soft
would just wait.
more than anything because Koreans like that whole RNG crap anyway, and overspending. I don't know, but whatever. It sucks, but maybe it'll drop. Yeah, and so I found out today too that they're gonna have event-specific pets in the gym store that you'll be able to buy, and it's like the Halloween ones where you can get you can buy 3, and then if you put 3 in the Mystic Forge, then you get a rare one out of it. So it's all good, and like I said, they're supposed to be adding stuff like every week or something throughout the month for the Dragon Festival.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So yeah, that's it for news. Is there a thing for this week or
No.
not? Okay.
Oh, I don't have that many videos. Dang.
Come on, screw. All right. So this week in Tempest, we've had several members join the guild over the last few weeks, and immediately just jump in and participate in guild events. It's been really good. Members completed passive AC on Tuesday night and CM on Thursday, working on their Dungeon Master progression stuff. So Friday night, I spent all day Friday messing around with the stupid streaming, and I called Verizon and bumped up my service to 5025, and got a good deal on that. And we're able to stream the whole guild missions that night. And I don't know. Sorry, Screw. I was excited about getting it done. So, yeah. Anyways, so we streamed that.
Because I sent him a text. I said, "Hey, we're gonna do our podcast."
I know.
tonight."
I was confused as to what was going on there too. I was like, because I was looking at my watch, and I'm like, oh gosh, it's time for. Wait, they're streaming. What?
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. So, but yeah, we did our tier 3 treks like we've been doing. We got our Spider Scurry Rush done. That's the second time we've had that one.
Yeah, we were watching that. We were like, "What the hell?" I was like, "No way, I would do that event." I'd be like, "No."
Oh man,
No.
that's
Over
actually
and
fun.
over and over.
Well, see, we do it like that because mainly, well, the way that I was doing stuff at least was I was one of the people helping kill a lot of mobs out of the way, so people could get through. So I was kind of doing just dumb stuff anyway, but the race is actually fun. It was a good puzzle. But yeah, then we did bounties, and then we were able to do our first challenge. The challenges are actually really fun. It's this huge event where the guild pops it off, and it's just this it depends on what the event is actually about, but the first one we failed. We had 11 minutes and 40 seconds to defend these 20 barrels or something from the Flame Legion coming in and destroying them. And we got all the way down to 4 minutes, I think it was, and we all were spread out, and they came right in the middle and destroyed everything. But the second one was a big defend event where we defended 4 sentries against multiple waves of things, and as you progress through the waves, you get more. So we ended up, I think the last wave had between all sentries, I think it was 7 or 8 champions that we had to fight, and so it was fun. It was challenging. Yeah. So then we were able to knock everything out in about 2.5 hours because I had to wake up the next morning and go to work. And then Saturday night was Jaeger bombs and tournament PvP. Yes, that video right
y'all
there.
should have called me.
That video is us. Yeah. So I mean, it was only me.
We're lucky that one got made.
Yeah. Yep. And but we went 9-1 that night. It was very good. It was very good.
So what would make you drink if somebody died? You had to do a shot, or?
Oh no, we were just constantly drinking.
Oh, okay. Well, dang, y'all should have texted me. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was just messing around.
That's it.
Very nice. Let's jump over.
Your hate moves like a freight train, steady with a heavy weight, barreling down for many years.
Warcraft.
Yes. For the news, Blizzard revealed the big secret of the 5.4 patch, which is flexible rating. Yeah, that's right, flexible rating. It's very interesting because you can take 11 to like 24 people and go on a raid, and the fights apparently scale to how many people you have there. There is no like item level requirement for you to get into these raids. However, you cannot do like an LFR type thing. It has to be something you put together. And you can use your Battle.net friends so people from other servers can join you, which I think is really cool. That part I like because, I have other friends on other servers that I'd love to raid with, but they're, they can't join us. And there's some good things about it, and there's a few bad things because there's still a lot of speculation about the lockout, but more than likely I think we're going to have a separate lockout from the other two
I think
raids.
they said that. I think they said there are 3 lockouts. I think they
it would
kind of
make
made a
sense.
mistake on this. I think they kind of made a mistake with it.
What do you mean?
I think that it should have been included with the 10 and 25, and it should be scaled. The gear should be scaled between those as well. At least they figured out the
I
mob
agree.
strength on how to do it, but it should just be, to raid. You'd basically do away with 10 and 25 mans and say we have scalable raids from now on. It's a raid. You need a minimum of 10 and you can take a max of 25.
Yeah.
And the gear is the gear.
Whatever,
that's
if you're
what I
closer
think.
to 10 man, that's what your gear is. If you're closer to 25, then that's what your gear is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or that's what the fight scales to.
Or figure out how to flex it. Flex the gear level as well. There's no reason you can't do that.
I imagine if this goes through, which I'm sure it's going to, that they'll probably tweak it to where it may evolve into that. I don't know.
I hope it is a great success so that it gets copied by other games.
Yes. Well, that's true.
Rift would be awesome.
They definitely could take that and roll with it and make it better, I'm sure. Maybe Neverwinter can take that model and use it for their, raids and stuff that are coming up. But
I think they're only doing 10. Neverwinter's only doing 10 as far as I know.
Yeah. Also, the good thing about it is if you have 7 people and you have 6 people and they're both looking for raid members, then you can merge together and just do raid. The bad thing is you don't need an item level, so there's no, you can bring lower geared people to come, which
is probably why the gear level is less than normal.
Right. It's like doing an LFR, kind of, without doing the randomness of LFR. Because the gear level in LFR is lower. So,
the gear level in this is higher than LFR.
Yes, definitely. Because, it is an actual raid, but it's in between the two. And I can understand that. But
it sounds like they made it complicated on themselves, but they overcomplicated it, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we lost you.
No, I was reading chat. Airhammer and both Cirrhosis are kind of on the meh fence about that. So, I don't know.
I'm not for loot bags.
Yeah, so I'm going to wait and see how it tests out and wait and hear more about it. But it is kind of an interesting concept. And like you were saying, maybe other games will take it and actually do it right the first time. So we'll see. But that's kind of the big news out of Blizzard Entertainment for this week, as far as that goes. Also, our raid team, Vodka and Doubled Eggs, we are fighting the attendance boss, and it's summertime. We've had weird things happen with our raid team. We've had surgery, we've had trips abroad, we've had finals, we've had all kinds of stuff pulling people away, but we still have people coming, and we have a very dedicated group that show up every time, and I really appreciate them for doing that because that keeps me motivated to help filling these raids. We actually did get up to Duramu last week again, which was
what number is he?
He's 7. So he's the boss.
7, okay.
He's the boss we're on for our progression. So we actually did get up to him, and we made pretty good progress. We had some we had a person that was constantly crashing because their connection was bad, but we had other things going on. We had pugs, so it's hard to progress when you have people you've never raided with before, but it actually did okay. So it was good, but we're not giving up. We're not we're still moving along and trying to find some people to fill the spots that are now open. So we are.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was a good week, and yeah, overall. I just missed my people, Air, and Rev will be back this week, so I'm very excited about that. So, yeah, we miss our people, so hopefully they'll come back and hang out with us a little bit.
How about Neverwinter news?
In Neverwinter, I don't know, I don't think that we got to this part on our last podcast, but they, released that the beta is going to be over June 20th, and they're actually going to go live. They also released the information on Gauntlegrim, which is their raid-sized competitive PvE experience. I don't know how that's all gonna. I think it's neat that it's both, but
no, it's separate. It's the same area, separated. It's separated. PvP and raiding.
Okay, yeah, because it is a battleground. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Gauntlegrim
20 versus 20.
PvE, and there are, I believe there are Gauntlegrim dungeons associated with it too, not just the raid.
It sounds pretty interesting. So, along with that, Vader has been made guild leader in the Neverwinter chapter, and he is going to start recruiting to fill the raid slot. So they plan on raiding in the next. I don't know what his dates are, but he's getting all that stuff together and recruiting. So
that's cool.
We're looking forward to watching them grow and blossom as the game does too.
Yep. Marvel Heroes launched last week with a few issues on the servers, many server downtime hours. And I mean, they compensated. It isn't bad. They basically compensated those of us who bought Ultimate packs with $20 more worth of game cash. So I was like, that's cool. You can use that stuff. You can use it for in game as stuff gets released, characters get released and stuff. So you'd be able to use that. Most of the bugs are worked out now. I don't think there are any server issues. I'm at least not seeing a lot of tweets on it. Tempest GC is informally formed because the guild command stuff hasn't been enacted yet. So it was all set. They thought before launch. They found some bugs with it, and so they stopped, and they're reworking it. And they said it'll be ready soon. It'll be added in guild functionality, so we'll be able to do that. It does cap at 100. Guild Wars caps at 100, right?
What's that? The roster?
Yeah.
No.
Isn't it 200?
No, I think it's 500.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, there's a cap right now of 100. So some guilds are already complaining. We've recruited more than that. And we're like, well,
for Marvel.
Guilds. Yeah, in Marvel. So, but because there is going to be the game's out now has 8 chapters, I think, or 10. It's 8 or 10 chapters. The chapter storyline stops at level 30. Then you start doing daily boss runs, killing various bosses, or bosses being villains, and some quests and stuff you do every day. You work your way up to 60. The creator, and I forget his name, the guy who also made Diablo 1 and 2, has stated he intends to turn it more and more from what it is now, which is kind of like the Diablo 1, 2. It is an MMO basic level in the way I add the guilds in. But he wants to build it up. He says he's got access to 8,000 characters he can add in. He plans on adding thousands of them into it. He goes, don't be surprised in the future if you're able to play a villain. Also, don't be surprised if when you start seeing things like 10 and 20-man raids and PvP, big battlegrounds and battles between heroes and villains, or heroes and heroes, and other stuff as he continues to grow and expand. It sounds like they have a lot of plans for expanding the game from what it is now to what they.
Well, the possibilities are limitless, really. With what they have to pull from
for that style of game too, and it plays well. It's a blast. I played it. I got my Hulk up to 18, but I know a lot of the other guys who joined us are higher. We do have some new TGC members that we picked up thanks to Lex recruiting in there. We have Alamarco, Skeptical, and Zarlofax. Welcome to TGC.
Yeah, we met Zar the other night. Nice guy.
I think they're all over level 30 now and pushing their mains up towards 60, and then also working on other characters. Most of them bought premium packs or whatever, or you also do get drops of the heroes. So while you're out in the world questing and killing bosses and doing stuff, you can pick up another hero, and then you've got another character to reload. It's easy. Go talk to somebody, reset your whole quest line, and you can start all your quests over again for that character. So That's kind of what's going on there. I know you logged in a little bit, Harper, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, and I can see so much. It's like Diablo, but that's not a bad thing because Diablo is a fun game in its own right, and it was kind of neat being, being a hero and everything. So I kind of like that. I did get a headache though. I don't know if any of you have experienced motion issues with that game, but I don't remember Diablo doing that to me. So, but it wasn't while I was playing. It was when I stopped is when I got a really bad headache behind my eyes, which is what I used to get quite a bit when I play anything. But I guess I'm just going to have to get accustomed to it. And but it was a cool game. I think I'll play that here and there, but not a lot. It's so hard to dedicate time to anything these days.
Yeah,
when you're trying to raid and stuff, and then with all these different games coming out, and so.
All right, let's talk about Ambassador Games.
Right on schedule.
Although it's a Firefall thing, we're going to go ahead and talk about Rift first. Rift goes free to play in 2 days, but it's already available. If you had a subscription to Rift before, you actually are able to get into Rift now, fully free to play and see all the functionality. It's pretty good. You have access to 6 full characters in Rift. Character slots the same as a subscriber would have, and the other things in there. The store will be open in 2 days. Subscriber bonuses for those who do subscribe or who are under the 1 year. Get Storm Legion for a cheaper price, pay for 1 year of subscriptions, blah, blah, blah. That pack, I think it's the Storm Chaser pack. Subscribers, here's what subscribers get as a bonus. 15% extra currency earned, daily XP boosts, bonus tokens when you go into like dungeons and stuff and token drops. You'll get bonus on those, bonus on plaques and marks, which is raid level stuff and dungeon tier gear. Daily favor boosts for PvP. You get an increased mount speed by 10%. You get 10% off all store purchases. Daily notoriety boosts, which is like rep. Loyalty rewards, which are normal loyalty rewards that they had in the game before. There's nothing that's really pay to win. And if you are a Storm Chaser owner, which means you pre-purchased with the 1 year agreement for the contract, you will get an exclusive Ice Raptor mount. So,
nice.
Mocker and Santir and myself will be riding around on those here soon.
Yep.
Santir was in Rift with me the other day. We were looking around. We were doing dimension inspections. There's some nice ones out there.
Huh.
So that was that. We are in negotiations to possibly bring Tempest GC back as probably end up being a major game because it would be a full raiding guild.
Oh, wow.
So we're working out details. Nothing is firm. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing has been worked out. She's talking to raid team members and may do that, bring them over. She will come in as the seneschal of the guild, which is the position Isaac held, which means she can do everything in the guild. And she will recruit and run the raid team and recruit raiders and build Tempest up to a full raiding team, 20-man.
Oh, wow. That'd be really nice, especially with Roe behind it. So
yeah, we're hoping that it works out, but I think it was hinging on one person that she needed to talk to. So
very interesting. I'll have to text her.
Yeah. We'll see. Star Trek Online news, also Ambassador game. First expansion, Legacy of Romulus, came out in the last couple of weeks. It added a new playable faction, the Romulans, and a couple of races that go along with them. Missions for the Klingon faction, all the way up through 50 now. The reception has been pretty good. I mean, there was a high queue for the first couple of days, so they got the queues fixed. Of course, it's Cryptic, Perfect World Entertainment, and Cryptic tied together, of course, with Neverwinter as well, so they kind of hit each other when something goes wrong. I think it's all resolved, and actually the feedback is pretty good right now, and I think they're probably making good money out of their store, as Neverwinter is as well. In Terra news this week, gear equalization is now back in PvP. I guess they had gone away from it, and people were doing their own gear and getting stomped on, so they've added it back in now in the battlegrounds. That PvP, when you go to PvP, first time you log into the battle zone or Warfront, I think it's a battle zone. You'll get your gear set for your class, and it's the same as everyone else of your class has, and it has open slots, so you can customize the slots with the runes.
It's kind of like Guild Wars too.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Yeah.
And it's colored gold or black for whatever team you're on. And then after you customize it, that's your armor, whichever team you're on, will have those same stats in them until you change them, or the same runes in them, or enchantments, whatever those. I'm talking about those things. But everyone will be the same when you go in, so it's pretty good. Also, elite players who are the subscribers are being given double access to the raid instant, Kelsiak's raid instance. So it's basically if you subscribe, be like if WoW went free to play, and subscribers would get to run the raids twice a week instead of once. That's basically what they've done.
Is that an instance raid or open world?
I think it's an instance raid.
It is, yeah.
Yep. All right, let's go Alpha Beta Games. Start with Wildstar.
Yeah, we officially started our recruitment campaign this weekend. AIR is also going to be working on the charter, so we can have all that in place for when the game launches.
Yay, Air.
We're also I want to thank the officer team to help us with adding more posts and help bumping our posts, and Lex actually wrote something really nice on the WildStar forum, so that was really cool. And so it's neat. We've already had a couple of people not apply but show interest, so I'm going to keep pushing it, and we're going to see what happens.
I think I'm glad we're jumping on this now, because I think it's going to be
definitely.
If the guild's goal is 40-man rating,
has to be.
You need to game launch with probably 60 people.
Yeah, the main thing is WildStar Central is pretty much the best website for that, because it is the busiest, and that's where most of the other websites go to for their information and all of that stuff. So if you're on WildStar Central, look up our post and say, yes, we're awesome, come join us, because we are. So anyways, yeah, our goal is to try to fill a 40-man raid team. Well, actually not try, we are going to fill a 40-man raid team, and we're also going to do some PvP on the side. We may do a PvP server. It could be, I'm not sure, depending on, there's more interest in PvP servers with people, and we need to fill the population. We need to pull from the population, so we might need to consider going to a larger population, which would be a PvP server. So,
yeah, I think for this game, you're going to need to go for the big. You need the big guild.
As much as I
need the support. Well, that and then add in crafting and everything else. It's probably going to be the way that they're doing it is going to support the guild,
right?
And the players supporting each other. A large guild is going to be very beneficial.
Yeah. But none of this has all been finalized, so we're just waiting to kind of get all those details. But it's exciting, and I've decided I'm going to play an Esper, so I'm pretty excited about that class. It looks really interesting.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a mesmerish type person, but they're more of a healer than anything, but they do have lots of DPS and control. So they may be that kind of class. Cool. But yeah, there's a really good video. I need to link it, but it was awesome video that showed a lot of their play style and a lot of what they do, and I was very interested. So
we got the Repopulation released their end of May update, which had a lot of stuff going on. They've started phase 2 of alpha testing now. So
very nice.
They've invited more people in to do alpha testing.
Awesome.
So they had an interview with MMORPG, which you can find on YouTube and on the Repop site. It's like the top story up there with the lead developer Joshua Halls. And they talked about state of the game, how crafting's going, and this and that. It's funny. One of the comments you saw, they talk about in the comment was, the Repopulation was one of the first games to do Kickstarter. Right, so it didn't.
Yeah.
It was one of the first games to ever do it.
Yes,
and
they
so
were.
they got their money out of it, and now you see games coming along that are like getting so much more money because people are used to Kickstarter now. So they're like, yeah, I guess we should have waited a year or so, but yeah.
Investors don't want to put money into MMOs anymore.
So a lot of the MMO. Well, look at Richard Garriott. He got asked for 1 and got 3.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, he did all Kickstarter though, right?
Yeah, did you hear, at the sidestep a little bit, Diemos, you posted up that right there? They're trying to get the free-to-play Tabula Rasa?
Yeah, I posted
Garrett
that petition.
Endorsed it as well?
Yeah, I think there's too much bad blood between NC Soft and that, though. I think NC Soft still owns
Probably.
it, right?
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, I
But
hope
again, if they can get, well,
why
if
not?
they can get money out of it, if they get, well,
I
if they
would
can get
try it
money
out
of it.
again. Dude, I haven't played that. I mean,
They have a great
Yeah.
free-to-play model with Aeon, so, you know.
Yeah. So the charter is being written, so we are working on that. Through launch is a ways off, but we do know the one that the one that I'm working on that I will be leading in the repopulation. We will be on the hardcore server. So and
hardcore.
well, the difference between the two is it's a few more PvP zones, but both normal and hardcore have open world PvP. So
Right.
I mean, it's just the rules you want to play under, kind of thing. And Final Fantasy 14.
We're waiting on the next phase of beta where they will introduce a lot more of the game. It sounds really cool. I mean, I have heard different things about it from the previous betas. I know that it's a gorgeous game. We've all seen the videos. And the only thing that's pushing me still away is that there's a sub to it to play. And I don't think it will ever be a free-to-play. I think they have such a big following in the other country, in Korea and all that they don't have a need for it. They don't need to be free to play, and I don't think they ever will. So, but I think that game is beautiful enough and fulfilling enough. There's so much you can do that people will be willing to pay the money for it. So we'll see, and maybe they'll release the NDA where we can talk more about it. But yeah, it's coming up this weekend actually. When I'll be in Vegas, I won't. Even if I was invited, I'm not saying I am or I'm not, I would not be able to participate. So.
All right. So it is now June. We have a new game of the month.
Woohoo! Let's hear about
Here
it.
is the trailer for it. And Diemos and Harper are time delayed on being able to see the trailer.
Zombies.
You betcha. And there it is, State of Decay. Now, I think that it's an Xbox exclusive, which is fine because our PlayStation, if anyone's out there who wants to do, we have no one who's doing the PlayStation Award, so I wasn't overly concerned about getting the thing. But if we do, the PlayStation game will be The Last of Us, which is a PlayStation exclusive game. Okay, State of Decay is downloadable on the Xbox for 1,600 Microsoft points. So $16 is what it costs to download it. And I'm surprised. Isaac got me into this game 2 days ago. He's like, we were going back and forth as to what we thought the game was going to be for the month. And it was basically between this and Last of Us before we figured out that they're two different games on two different platforms, not playable on the other one. But State of Decay is, yes, it's a zombie apocalypse game, but it has a twist to it. It's not your normal I must survive. It's you must survive and become a community leader and build up the community, keep everyone alive, keep them supplied, rescue more people, and not die. Because if you die, if your character dies, that character is out, and you become one of the people that you saved. So, has a cool little twist on it. It is fun. It's a blast. I played it the first night for a couple hours, and I'll probably be playing it later tonight. So, the June challenge is State of Decay by Undead Labs, or Last of Us on PlayStation 3. And we'll see this month. I think there'll be at least 2 of us who will be hitting our 3-month gold challenge, because I don't think anyone finished Blood Dragon in the guild. So, and that's it. So with that, let's jump over and do some cool awards. Diemos, let's do awards.
All right, so Tickleman, Zidane, Ron X, Renee, Dinot, Patty, me, Echo, and just recently Skay all hit the new Guild Award, Secrets of South Sun. Renee, Whitey, and Zidane just got their 5,000 achievement point goals met. And then Echo also got the Master Explorer World, 100% map complete. Minx, Ronex, Ursula, Coldheart, and Rev Meru they just got the Guild Wars 2 member awards. Laughin', he's been in Tempest for 18 months. Dark Gordon, he's been for a year now. And Polly and Quist have got their 6 months in Tempest. Lex Luker, Godmocker Echo, Scrivean, Alamarco, Skeptical, Varn, Erkendal, Sarzer Lofax, and Airhammer all have Marvel Heroes member awards. And then last is Santir, Quist, Airhammer, Revmeru, Scrivean, Harper, Varns, and Vader all have the EQ2 member awards.
Now, the EQ2, there may be other people who play EQ2 or any of these other games. If you play them, let me know so I can make sure you get your proper rewards. Those are the ones that I knew of, so. That was it. So cool. Diemos, I'm sitting there looking at the format, and my initial feedback is right now we have to spread the news out a little more. I need to give you more stories. Otherwise, we do Guild Wars 2 first. And you just kick back for about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just start having a beer, kick back, and just comment when you want to. And that's what you get to be when you're the guild leader, the biggest branch in the guild. You just kick back like,
you deserve it.
We went first. We're gonna kick back and let you guys do the rest of the work.
We went first.
We got to spread out a little bit more. So, tips of the week. Harper, do you have anything for us?
I do. Mine is actually from Neverwinter. And like I was sharing with you guys earlier, I hit 39 on my cleric, and just from praying and leadership crafting. So you don't actually have to log in all the time to get levels in that game. Now, I don't recommend that, just doing that solely because the game is so fun to play. But I've gotten like 2 levels at least in a week and a half, 2 weeks, I guess, just from praying and all that. So if you're not playing, if you have a long stretch where you're not going to be able to actually log in and dedicate your time, at least log in and pray 2 to 3 times a day. You also get celestial coins, 1 per day for praying. And when you collect 5, you can buy a crafting pack, which will give you nice bonuses, bonus items for your crafting. Also, you can only collect up to 7, so you have to spend them on something. If you miss a day and don't pray, you lose them all. So you need to log in and pray every day, and you will get, between your first prayer, you'll probably get close to 3,000 XP per prayer, which is like 3 to 4 boxes of your XP. And also, you'll get your rough astral diamonds, all kinds of stuff. So pray and leadership craft from Neverwinter. That is my tip.
Awesome. Diemos?
Yeah, we got the new Guild Award, Secrets of South Sun. It's available now, and if you finish all the story content achievements related to Secrets of South Sun before tomorrow, then you're good. Now, some people were asking me about the crab toss stuff. Crab toss isn't included about the story stuff, plus the stupid achievements are bugged, and you can't progress them. So they've been bugged for about a week now, apparently. So I'm missing out on a title. They need to fix their crap. I'm going to miss this title. Yeah.
Until next year, right?
I don't know.
1 year, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know where they would do
the
crab toss.
Who knows if they'll bring it back.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a question. Cirrhosis and Airhammer are in the forums here. Have you guys picked up your Karaji warrior yet? Pet?
Oh, Battle
It's
Pet?
supposed to be available. Yeah, Battle Pet's supposed to be available in June because it's summer. I wonder if they're waiting until June 21st. The Karaji. It was the last one people needed to get Zookeeper. It wasn't available since launch of Pandaria till like now. So I'm just curious. I haven't seen anyone get that yet. Okay, my tip of the week was going to be about something I already mentioned before, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Neverwinter as well. Neverwinter you hit max level, and usually what's the thing most people worry about in a lot of games is that gear grind. Oh my god, the gear grind sucks. You have to like go and you have to run all the tier dungeons. You have the regular dungeons, and you run tier 1 dungeons, and you run tier 2 dungeons. Not so fast in Neverwinter. Everything is BOE. So guess what the auction house is flooded with? All that BOE gear. So yes, you can do things like spend down because everyone's putting it on the market and it's flooded. For a mere 40,000 Astral Diamonds, you can outfit your level 60 character in tier 2 raid gear or dungeon gear, ready to just one or two drops away from being able to run Gauntlgrim when it drops. Little work at all required. So,
Well, that's cool.
But that being said, the feedback I'm getting from the TGC guys who are in running the tier 2s, Kex and Santir and Vader and them, is they are no joke. And I know Mocker and I did one. We did one of the Grey Wolf ones. Killed the first boss easy, killed the second boss easy, cleared the place, everything's cool, get to the final boss, and basically it was a white fest from there, and he just destroyed us. And we had one of every class. We were balanced.
Oh, wow.
Class, and we were destroyed. Everyone was geared. Didn't matter. Just could not. His mechanics destroyed us. So, yep. So, not so easy. That was it. Any last questions, comments, any of that other stuff? No? Nothing in the forums? All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. You can leave any feedback on our website, tempestgamecast.com. Send an email to tempestgamecast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at tempestgamecast, at Scrivean, at Finley. Finley. If you're interested in joining Tempest Gaming Community, visit us tempestguild.us. Recruiting videos are hosted on YouTube, on our channel, which is being updated much more frequently. This show will actually be on there in the next couple days. We hope everyone has a great week gaming. Look forward to see you in your game of choice.
Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Take care.
I don't know why you hurt me so. What I did to you, well, I don't know. Fate thinks it's funny, and I guess that's right. But I'm still gonna sing tonight. I won't play, no, I won't play. I won't play, no, I won't play. I know what you want to take from me, but you can't have what sets me free. I sing my song both night and day. The music won't stop 'cause I won't play. I won't play, no, 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 I won't play. I know what you want to take from me, but you can't have what sets me free. I sing my song both night and day. The music won't stop 'cause I won't play. I won't play, no, I won't play. I won't play, no, I won't play. I walk.